Greetings. It is your certified moon message from your moon, John. Today's moon message is about the new super moon in Libra. How exciting! For one thing, if you didn't know, my sun sign is a Libra and also my Mercury, so I exude a lot of Libra energy, and that can be a good thing and a bad thing, right? With all signs, it has its ups and its downs, right? But right now, this is the new super moon in Libra. Today is 10/15/2020. Tomorrow is 10/16/2020. So yeah, tomorrow the new moon will be at its peak on, from the records that I show, it'll be at its peak at around 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. And even though we can't see the new moon, it's still a very powerful time. I know that I have read that back in the day, the new moon was kind of thought of as a disastrous time, because for people who looked at the stars and the moon and the sun, looked up in the sky in general to tell time and stuff like that, when the new moon, when there was no moon, it was kind of, scary for them to imagine, like, at first, like, where did the moon go? So it might have been associated with some bad omens. But I feel like as time evolved and we studied and we got to know these things, we realized that the new moon, although not visible in the sky, it still carries a lot of great energy, and it is still a very potent and amazing time. And me personally, now I like to look at the new moon as a great time for wishing, manifestation, visualization, affirmations. It's a great time for you to plant the seeds for your future dreams to grow. That's how I like to look at it. And even though you should be manifesting, saying your affirmations, and visualizing your future on a regular basis, because that's the law of attraction, around the new moon time, that energy is extremely potent for you to really set some things in stone. I recommend writing down some new moon wishes and looking at them every time the new moon comes and seeing have they happened, and have your wishes came true, and in what form, like things like that. Like, remember, you are a powerful being and you have the power to pave the way for your future. That is extremely important. So with that being said, let's get into Libra. About Libra, if you didn't know, my sun sign is Libra, and also my Mercury. I think I already said that. But yeah, so I love Libra just like any other sign. It is an it has its amazing characteristics, and it also has, you know, its other characteristics. Hey, when I think about Libra, the sign itself, Libra is like a peaceful sign. Libra is a sign that can usually see through both sides of a situation, especially if you have your Mercury in Libra. Libra friends are usually those down to earth, like chill or calm friends. Libras are known to be flirty, also idealistic, and sometimes materialistic, and things along those lines. Libra is associated with material, like a materialistic personality, because it is ruled by Venus. I personally am not materialistic, and I have strong Libra placements, but you might be or you might not be, because everything is not for everybody, you know. So then we get to talking about Venus. Now, Venus is a wonderful, wonderful sign. Venus is all about um like your material things. It's about luxury, it's about beauty. Venus carries a certain essence with it. Like, when I think about Venus, for one thing, when we're thinking about Libra, Venus, the seventh house, it is the house of we are. It is also the house of partnership and all of that. But Venus is the indicator of your ideal mate. It might be, your Venus sign in your birth chart can tell you how you express yourself to other people in love and in relationships, and what you look for in your ideal mates and things along those lines as far as characteristics are concerned. It can give you insight about your attitude, your personal passions, your creature comforts, your social values, things along those lines. So Venus is a very cutesy planet, in my opinion. And then Venus originally resides in the 7th house with Libra. That is its original place. And when we're talking about the 7th house, like I said, that's the house of we are. It's the house of marriage and partnerships, legal affairs, contracts, social phases, and personal expression. It is also this, like, how you relate and interact with other people. It's about compromises you make to maintain relationships, and it's also known as your reflection and projection zone. And I also like to think of it as your rejection and reflection zone. Me being a Libra, I hate rejection, which also makes me extremely shy to shoot my shot. But I always tell people on Libra moon days, it's a great time for you to like shoot your shot if you had a crush that you've been eyeing for a while, and things along those lines, because Libras are very flirty, cutesy, type of sign. So that energy backing you up might just give you what you need, and also have that person in the proper mood to receive what you're trying to give them. A highlight is that Venus in the sign of Libra is associated with certain body parts, and I usually tell people on the moon days, and especially because a Libra new moon is a Libra moon day. It's a special moon day because it's the new moon day. But it is associated with your kidney, your urinary bladder, your veins, and your skin. So these days, you can notice irritation with these parts of your body. You might want to pay extra attention or cater to these parts of your body. That's why this Libra new moon has been coming up, and recently, this last week, I've been seeing a lot of women on my social media doing spiritual baths and facials, and even I did spiritual bath, facial, all that, and I love it because it's self-care. On Libra moon days, you're likely to feel very cute. It's one of those days where you might just out of the blue feel like you want to get cute, dress up, put on your makeup, or whatever you do to make yourself feel beautiful, and like take pictures or just show yourself off a little bit. Like, that's sometimes the energy of Libra moon days, and I've been noticing that energy a lot as this super new moon has been coming up. And personally, I love it because we're all beautiful inside and out, and showing it off is always okay. Like, it's great to be confident, and you don't have to be conceited, but you can definitely be confident, right? So now we're going to get into what this new moon entails. And firstly, it's about harmonization, negotiation, and cooperation within your relationships. And when I'm saying relationships, I don't just mean your romantic relationships. I mean your relationships with your children, with your co-workers, with your family, with your friends, in all relationships. Like, are your relationships harmonious right now, or are they a little, tense? Have you been cooperating as far as on the work front? Have you been cooperating with, the people that you have to surround yourself with, your roommates, your family, whoever you need to cooperate with to have a harmonious relationship with? Have you been doing that? And then negotiation. Libra is a sign of marriages, partnerships, and all of that. So negotiation is, when the moon is in this place, it's a potent time to negotiate. If things aren't going right, or you need to settle some things that have not been settled, or you have left the stone unturned, now is the perfect time to go back and negotiate that, because it is likely that you and the other person will be in a mood where y'all are able to come to a final agreement that benefits everyone. And that is important for you to reflect on during the new moon time. Partnership self-checks, because right now issues might be arising in partnerships, as far as relationships, business partnerships, things of those lines go. And whenever issues arise, I know that it's annoying, it can be stressful if you let things stress you out, but the most important thing to realize is that when things come up, they come up so you can deal with them, because we can't always, just sweep everything to the side. Some things just need to be nipped in the bud and dealt with so that we can move forward on a better no, right? Because who doesn't want harmonious relationships? Who wants to deal with tension and negative energy? Like, nobody, because it's just not positive, you know? Beauty and lavish living. Like I said, Venus is all about luxury, beauty. If we were talking about Greek gods, Venus was associated with Aphrodite. We all know Aphrodite was a very beautiful sign in Greek folktales. So right now, you can start visualizing where you want to be in your life. Like, are you living your most luxurious that you can right now? Do you have visions for your dream home, for your dream apartment? You know, like, start visualizing that things and start manifesting and affirming that it is yours, because that is how you're gonna get it. Law of attraction, law of attraction. I'm telling you, it really works. Right now is a great time to find out who you are. Reclaim your identity. I made a post today and I told people that ever so frequently we need to get to know ourselves all over again, because we are constantly growing, evolving, learning, and with that being said, we are constantly changing. So how often do you take the time out to get to know yourself again? Because I knew me 4 years ago, and the person I was 4 years ago has nothing to do with the person I am today. And if I didn't take the time out to do self-checks and sit down and get to know who I am, I would be lost right now. As a matter of fact, I would be probably on the same type of timing that I was on 4 years ago. And who wants that? Not me. I want to grow. You know what I'm saying? Most people's intentions are to grow in life. So do a self-check-in with yourself. Where have you grown? If you do a self-check and you get to re-know yourself and you acknowledge these new traits and these things that you learn, you can level up your frequency. And at the end of the day, that's what we all want to do. We want to grow, we want to learn, we want to level up, we want to get to new limits at life. We all have goals, we all have dreams. So doing self-checks are extremely important. Recently I had like a epiphany and I got back on my right track towards what I'm supposed to be doing, and I just saw 222. I think y'all should look into that. But yeah, it's extremely important for you to do that. I'm getting ready to pull a card, and this is my Moonology deck, and basically I'm gonna pull a card and get the overall energy of the new moon in Libra. Like, what is this energy gonna be like? And this is a moon deck, so it has all the moon phases, the new moons and the full moons in it. But just because it's a Libra new moon coming up doesn't mean I'm gonna pull the Libra new moon card. And because there's a lot of planets retrograde and it's October is probably by far the most powerful month of the year this year. So it's a lot of energy out here right now. So we just gotta tap into it. Let's see what card we get this time. I haven't pulled any cards on video in a while, so I'm actually excited to see what we get. I feel like I want this card. Okay, what is it? Ooh, this is one of my favorites. It's so cute. Oh, how cute. It says, have faith in your dreams. The waning crescent moon. Let's read about it. Waning crescent moon is definitely one of the special moons, and it is on page 100, I believe. Wait, I lied. It is actually on page 26, which is adds up to 8. 8 is my favorite number. Let's read about it. It says your commitment. Wait. It says have faith in your dreams. Waning crescent moon. It says don't give up. The situation you're asking about is about to take shape. You're nowhere near the end of your story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder for you to keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about, and allow your higher self to download the information to you about your next best step. Overall, this card suggests that there's a reason to be hopeful for a positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith in the universe. Affirmation to say is that I'm focused on what I want. And additional meanings for this card is because just because you can't see your dreams doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events unfold, and dig a little deeper to find more courage. What a beautiful card. As I was telling y'all, the new moon is all about setting the seed, planting the seeds for your dreams. And sometimes a lot of us, we're not exactly where we want to be, but we're getting there. And it's important that we keep working hard, and we keep our faith in ourselves and in the universe, and we don't stress out our root chakra, you know what I'm saying, about certain things. And that is what is going to help us to maintain positive while we move forward. I always tell people, don't stress or get discouraged, because those feelings are not helping you to get where you want to be. They're just feelings that are in the way of where you want to be. And yes, that pretty much completes this. I hope that you have got some insight about this new super moon in Libra, and that this has helped you out. I am going to be creating a series of information about all the new and full moons, as well as the daily moons. So stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, just show me love. All love is received and reciprocated.